Good day, vinyl community, music lovers, record collectors, or anyone who might find themselves watching this video. Today will be a quick run through of my record haul in Stockholm, which I recently went to for a 4-day vacation. Stockholm is of course the capital of Sweden, and it's a very fine city to spend your vacation if you like architecture, nice, friendly, polite people, and a bunch of record stores. I recommend Stockholm for you. I downloaded an app called the Vinyl District, which plotted out all the record stores in Stockholm, and most of them have their own websites which are linked up to the app. So I did my research before I went there and had an opinion on which record stores I wanted to visit. Now, I didn't have the time to visit all of them, but I managed to visit quite a few. And I got a bunch of records to run through to show you, so it will be a quick run through. Perhaps I'll do another video on some of them and go through them more thoroughly later. But the first record store I went to is a big store with different stores in different cities throughout Sweden, which is called Bengans skivbutik. They also have a good website if you want to order from them. They ship internationally. On Bengans, I just bought a few albums, and they are mainly about new material or reissues of old stuff, but they have all genres. But I went there and bought Sunn Monoliths and Dimensions, a repressing of that one. Black Cobra's newest album, Imperium Simulacra, the duo, the sludge doom metal duo from USA, you might have heard of them. A new copy of the Fleet Foxes' first album, and I was quite stoked to get this, Clutch Elephant Riders, the Record Store Day 2016 reissue on colored red vinyl. So, if you like newer stuff and brand new records, Bengans is the place for you. On Södermalm there are quite a few record shops, and one I would really like to recommend is Skivhögen. They have many used records in all different genres and mid-range priced records in their store. The really expensive and rare records are on their website, but I asked the store manager if he did have a record with a band called Fläsket Brinner, which in English means the flesh is burning. I have been searching for their debut album from 1971 for a long time, actually quite a number of years. And upon asking him, do you have Fläsket Brinner, he said, yes, I have one. So I got to finally buy Fläsket Brinner on first edition vinyl Silence Records, and it was the first try. So I have to show you the labels, because this is one of my holy grails, finally in my possession. The yellow Silence labels there. I recommend you go have a listen to Fläsket Brinner. I think the whole album is on YouTube. Nice Swedish jazz, prog, psych, acid rock, or whatever you want to call it. Wonderful album, recorded mostly in Stockholm Concerthus, which I also got to see. The next shop I visited was also on Södermalm, in the south of Stockholm, and it's called Pet Sound Records, and they have both reissues and rare original records, mid-priced records and so forth, and they have a vast selection of records. I got to buy an original of Aynsley Dunbar Retaliation, to Mum from Aynsley and the Boys, a Swedish pressing on sonnet. I bought a repressing of Tasavallan Presidenti, Finnish prog rock. Lambert Lamb, this record is called. I bought a wonderful repressing of Silver Apples on Jackpot Records. Wonderful silver finish there, accordingly. And Da Capo, Music on Vinyl edition, Love. And their first album, simply called Love, also on Music on Vinyl. And they had a vast collection of krautrock reissues, such as Message, From Books and Dreams. Wonderful cover there. And the music is equally magnificent. And one I've been searching for a long time and will never afford, the original My Solid Ground, also an obscure krautrocker. Fantastic dreamy sounds from My Solid Ground there. I also managed to get 2 repressings of The Pretty Things on Madfish Records, Get the Picture, and Emotions from 1967. 2 wonderful garage rhythm and blues rock. That was all I got from Pet Sounds, and they were nice enough to give me a discount without me having to ask. So nice service there. A shop right across the street was Fade Records, and I got Editors in Dreams, their last one, and Woods Bend Beyond, an American band, alternative indie rock. Fade Records mainly specialize in hip-hop, house and techno records, but they had a vast collection of both used and new alternative rock as well. The next shop I visited was also on Södermalm, and it was called An Ideal for Living, a wonderful shop with miscellaneous antiques, not just records, but they had a huge collection of records used for the most part, some new reissues, but many originals, and I managed to score Blue Chair, new and improved, on the USA Philips label, first pressing. Perhaps not a rare one, but rare to find without the punch hole here in Scandinavia. So a wonderful near mint classic there. And the last one from Bo Hansson, which I didn't have. Now I have it. Music inspired from Watership Down on Charisma Records. A wonderful original, UK original there. And a holy grail, another holy grail, which I've been seeking for years. November, and their third album, the 6th of November, an original pressing on sonnets. Wonderful, wonderful. You might remember me showing November's First on the Swedish prog psychedelia video I did some time back. Now I have 2 of their 3 albums. Way to go, Stockholm! The last record I bought from An Ideal for Living was what we are listening to now, and it's Annexus, Quam, Osmose. I don't know how to pronounce it, neither in German nor in English, but it's an obscure jazz psych acid crowd rocker. On the Wawa label, a reissue from 2008 with reproduced or record labels and everything, and the flaps which can be made into a pyramid. Wonderful album there, which I've been seeking for a long time. I still, of course, seek the original. They also gave me a discount on An Ideal for Living. I had to ask, but they gave me a good discount. So nice, friendly, knowledgeable staff and good service. The next record shop was in the north of the town, on Norrmalm or Odenplan, which it's called. And I managed to visit a record shop there, which is called Record Hunter, a fairly little shop, but with many, many records, and all genres, both new and used records, and from nice priced records to silly priced records. I found Pantari, a Swedish band, an original which cost about 700 euros. Fortunately, I don't like the album, so I didn't have to buy it. But I managed to buy some nice records there. I bought a repressing, a 70s repressing of Neil Young's Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. Nice record, which you know about, I'm sure. I bought CC Top's Rio Grande Mud, their best album according to my ears. This is a UK original pressing, quite affordable. And then I bought UFO before Michael Schenker joined the group. This is from 1973, a live album on the German Decca. I gave about 12 euros, quite affordable. And this, King George Discovery, a Swedish band with an American singer called King George, on Haparanda Records. This is an obscure fuzz-psych rock record from the late 60s, released on the German Haparanda label. And this looks like it's new, never played. So near mint condition on that one. That's another grail. And the last one I picked up from Record Hunter is another piece in my German originals collection. Birth Control and their second album, Operation, on Ore Records. This is an original. Quite pleased to get that one. I managed to visit one more record shop, and that was a little shop called Got to Hurry Records in the Gamla staden, the old town of Stockholm. And it was hidden in a little alley, a quite cozy little shop, and they specialize in reissues of obscure and expensive records. Good reissues, mind you, with inserts, posters, booklets and quality pressings. I managed to get Elias Hulk Unchained, originally on Youngblood. This is a repressing on Summer Records, very good quality. And this, another holy grail from the krautrock scene, Gea, Auf der Bahn zum Uranus, Garden of Delight repressing, a limited edition of 1,000 copies. And Virus Thoughts, another monster krautrock prog LP, originally on the Pilz label. This is a long hair repressing, reissue. And Blackwater Park with Dirtbox, also a Kraut Monster, fantastic heavy rock album. And this, Truth and Janey, the obscure heavy metal power trio from the 70s. They released this album as a private press, I guess, on Montrose Records. I think there were about 300 copies pressed or something, but this is a reissue, and I'm so glad to finally have this one. This is a magnificent album. Most of the shops were courteous enough to offer discount without me asking. Some of them didn't, but all of them had very good service and were very friendly and helpful. So I really recommend you go to Stockholm for a nice vacation, good food, nice architecture, and of course loads of good record shops. That's all. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.